Why, hello there, Curtis. What can I do for you? Paul, I've been hearing backstage that my match against Daniel Bryan has been moved to the pre-show. Is this correct? Because if it is, I'd like to know why. Do you not trust my in-ring abilities? Do you not think that I can defeat Daniel Bryan? Because if you don't recall, I am better than perfect. No, Curtis, it's not that at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. I have much faith in your ability to defeat Daniel Bryan. But, to be honest, if I put you on the pay-per-view, just take a look at some of the matches we have. We've got The Shield taking on 3 icons. We've got Team Ryback and Team Orton. We've got 2 world title matches. Curtis, just think about it. If I put you on the pre-show, you've got it all to yourself. If I put you on the pay-per-view, there are all these high-profile matches. I just figured that putting you on the pre-show would give you the opportunity to showcase your skills on your own platform, all to yourself. Well, I gotta admit, that does sound pretty appealing. Thanks. No problem, Curtis. Just remember, I always will have your best interest at heart. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. This is episode number 53, and just like I promised, this is Mega Main Event, which means, of course, just like Rockin' Raw and Super SmackDown, I will be playing every matchup on the card. And as you just saw, we are only 2 episodes away from the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Of course, we've got episode 54, which will be SmackDown, and then, of course, we got the Survivor Series pre-show. Following that will be the pay-per-view. So episode 56 will be the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Make sure to stay tuned. But look at this. Kicking main event off with a bang, as Hulk Hogan will take on Seth Rollins. Daniel Bryan will face off against Cesaro and RVD in a triple threat matchup, which was scheduled by Paul Heyman. We got Natalya taking on Summer Rae, and the main event is for the United States Championship. Roman Reigns versus Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, of course, cashing in his rematch clause. But, anyway, let's go into the first matchup here, which will be between Hulk Hogan and Seth Rollins. We do know that it will be, of course, this Sunday at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Team Icons versus Team Shield in the traditional Survivor Series 3-on-3 tag team matchup. It will be the team of Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock taking on The Shield. Now, of course, we have seen in past number of weeks, we've seen these superstars go and face each other off in singles matchups. We know it all started back when it was Seth Rollins versus The Rock on Rockin' Raw, and Seth Rollins pulled off the upset and got the victory over The Rock. It was then the week following that, it was Dean Ambrose versus Stone Cold. Dean Ambrose picked up the upset and also got the win for the Shield. However, on the last episode of Main Event, it was Hulk Hogan versus Roman Reigns, and Hulk Hogan got the victory over Roman Reigns there. So that was a pretty back-and-forth matchup as well. All 3 of those are very well-contested matchups. But so far, the Shield, they've been 2-1 against... Well, actually, I forgot about the last episode, of course, Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns defeated The Rock in the Samoan Showdown. So the Shield has a 3-1 advantage in these one-on-one matchups. But the Shield has not been able to defeat Hulk Hogan. That's been their one obstacle. They've defeated Stone Cold, they've defeated The Rock, but they have not managed yet to defeat Hulk Hogan. We'll see if Seth Rollins can do that here tonight on behalf of the Shield. Of course, we got Dean Ambrose and Stone Cold at ringside. We know that those two have got tensions with each other, so hopefully things don't break down here into an all-out brawl, and hopefully we can keep this a nice contestable matchup, if that's even a word. And look at this, Seth Rollins right out of the gate, powerbomb backbreaker there. Right out of the gate, Seth Rollins holding nothing back, showing his strength, able to lift Hulk Hogan up there for that powerbomb into the backbreaker. But, yeah, no Undertaker this time around, but we have seen, of course, in the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose matchups, on previous episodes of Raw, The Undertaker was out there at ringside, just, adding that extra numbers advantage in favor of the Shield. At Rockin' Raw, there was even some interference from R-Truth up at the stage. Just came out and randomly started singing The Rock's theme song for no reason. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what R-Truth was planning to accomplish with that. He distracted The Rock, which gave Roman Reigns the opening to take him down and pick up the victory. But here it looks like things are even, just like they were on the last time Hulk Hogan appeared on Main Event against Roman Reigns. And look at this, big punches, and a third one there by Hulk Hogan dropping Seth Rollins to the mat. But yeah, the numbers advantage, well, there is no numbers advantage here. It is 2-on-2 with Stone Cold here to kind of contain Dean Ambrose at ringside, and vice versa, of course, if Stone Cold would want to get involved in this matchup. But yeah, as we can see, Seth Rollins now with a nice knee connecting right to the gut of Hulk Hogan. And look at this. Oh, a full Nelson suplex there. But Hulk Hogan using those long legs to get to the ropes, able to get out of the pinfall. And now look at that DDT from the Hulkster. Hulkamania is running wild once again. Hulk still rules. And Hulk Hogan now, I mean, so far he's proven that he can still go the distance, and as we saw in that match against Roman Reigns. I mean, he's had numerous back injuries, of course, with that leg drop that he's made famous, and Stone Cold Steve Austin got in the ring there, distracting Seth Rollins, but the referee luckily got Stone Cold out of there pretty quickly. But yeah, of course, we know Stone Cold's got a history of neck issues. The Rock actually seems to be the only superstar who doesn't really have too much against him, too many history of injuries going against him. So, I mean, I don't know. Will those injuries, come back to go in favor of the Shield? Will those injuries eventually get to the legends, the team icons? I mean, Hulk Hogan, we know, like I said, all those back surgeries. I mean, the Shield, they've got to realize that. They've got to go ahead and start targeting that back. And, Hogan, if he drops maybe one too many leg drops, I mean, will he be able to finish the matchup, let alone wrestle again? And then, of course, we got Stone Cold, his history of neck issues. Luckily, the pile driver is banned, so shouldn't be any issues there. But still, I mean, you never know. This is the Shield. They might pull out a couple pile drivers if they're trying to take down Stone Cold. I mean, you never know. We've seen that the Shield, they are the most destructive force in professional wrestling today, and they want to take it a step further, and they want to be known as the most destructive, most dominating force in the history of professional wrestling. And I believe this matchup, oh, what a move there! Suicide dive to the outside by Seth Rollins. But as I was gonna say, that this matchup at Survivor Series would prove, it could potentially prove if they are the most dominating force in the history of professional wrestling, as they'll be taking on three of the greatest superstars of all time. As look at this, Hulk Hogan getting into an altercation there with Dean Ambrose, which provided a distraction for Seth Rollins. And now look at this, oh, nice backbreaker right to the neck. As I'm getting a phone call, wrong number. Okay, anyway, back to the matchup here. As we can see, it is Dean Ambrose, he's blocking Hulk Hogan here. Hogan's got to get back into the ring before he gets counted out. That's now an 8 count. I don't know why Hogan had to run all the way around the ring. Just means Rollins was kind of blocking him there, so I guess Hogan was trying to find a safe entry point into the arena, I guess. Or into the ring, I should say. And look at this tornado DDT off the ropes there by Seth Rollins, taking Hogan down. And now Rollins, what's he going for here? Maybe going for a fisherman suplex. Oh, right on the top of Hogan's head. What a move there by Seth Rollins. And now going to the corner, maybe looking for that super kick. And he connects right to the jaw of Hulk Hogan. Could have knocked him out. There's a cover. But look at that, Stone Cold up on the ring apron there, distracting the referees. Now Seth Rollins with a big clothesline takes Hogan down off the apron there. And Rollins now, he's got to get focused back on Hogan. But Hogan counters, and that could be the opening that Hogan needs. Nice elbow drop there. And now Hulk Hogan dragging Rollins into the center of the ring. Maybe going to go for a cover. Oh no, Hogan going off the ropes. Here he goes. Leg drop connects. Hooks both legs. That's 2. And Hulk Hogan has defeated Seth Rollins here. Give the assist to Stone Cold. on that one. He hopped up on the ring apron there and distracted Seth Rollins, gave Hulk Hogan the opening, as Hulk Hogan gets another victory for Team Icons in these singles matchups. And wait a minute, what the hell? Dean Ambrose! Ambrose had just entered the ring and attacked Hulk Hogan. Someone, for God's sakes, get a camera footage back. Stop showing these replays. Get back to the ring. Hogan's just been attacked by the Shield, and now they're standing tall. In comes Stone Cold. Stone Cold coming in to make the save, taking out Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And now Stone Cold stomping a mud hole in Dean Ambrose. That is vintage Stone Cold in there. Flips the double bird to Dean Ambrose as Stone Cold came in there and made the save for Hulk Hogan, as Ambrose had jumped into the ring and attacked him from behind. But now it is time for the next matchup on the match card. This one is a triple threat matchup between Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, and Rob Van Dam. As we know, Daniel Bryan will be going one-on-one with Curtis Axel, and as we found out, it will not take place on the Survivor Series pay-per-view. It will take place on the Survivor Series pre-show, which Curtis Axel at first did not seem too happy about. Did not seem too happy at all that he was taken off of the Survivor Series match card and was dropped to the pre-show. But, you know, Paul Heyman actually had some pretty good logic there. He had some good points that, you know, Curtis Axel, he'll be main eventing the pre-show, so he has his own sort of stage to showcase his skills. So Paul Heyman, in the end, I guess he does have Curtis Axel's best interests at heart, or so it may seem at the moment. But this matchup was, of course, orchestrated by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman put this matchup together as, you know, these three superstars, they've had issues with Curtis Axel, and especially with Daniel Bryan, he's going on to face Curtis Axel on the Survivor Series pre-show. So you'd have to think, Paul Heyman, is this a bit of dirty deeds from him, sort of abusing his power as the Raw general manager to try and benefit his client, Curtis Axel? I mean, we do know that all three of these superstars have had their issues with Curtis Axel in recent weeks, and now they're facing off here tonight in this triple threat matchup. As far as we know, RVD and Cesaro will not be competing on the pay-per-view. They have not been scheduled for any sort of matchup. However, we do know that the United States Championship is on the line later on tonight between Jack Swagger and Roman Reigns. So perhaps if Jack Swagger could get the victory over Roman Reigns, there might be a United States Championship matchup at Survivor Series, and who's to say that any of these three superstars may not be competing in that matchup should it take place. But, of course, if Roman Reigns gets the victory, he will not be competing for the United States Championship, as he will be competing in the Survivor Series six-man tag team matchup. So, I don't know, that's a potential matchup that could happen if Swagger does manage to get the victory. Perhaps the tradition can continue on with Jack Swagger kicking off every single pay-per-view, as that's been the case ever since Extreme Rules up until No Way Out. So, but I mean, if he loses, then that tradition is going to be broken, as someone else is going to be kicking off the Survivor Series pay-per-view. We'll have to find out who that will be. But into the triple threat matchup now. As we can see, we're seeing some nice double team work from Daniel Bryan, RVD, and Cesaro, just kind of switching places, as there's a double gutbuster now, taking Cesaro down, and that's probably a smart strategy. Take out the bigger, more powerful Cesaro. I mean, we know that Daniel Bryan, he's a bit of a high flyer, I mean, but he's more so a technical sort of superstar, maybe just kind of well-rounded all-around superstar. And then we've got RVD, who's an extreme superstar, takes a lot of risks, very high-flying offense. And then we've got Cesaro here, who's the big power superstar. Has a lot of power-based moves. He's also a bit technical. He has a technical side to his wrestling as well. As we can see now, Cesaro and Bryan double-teaming RVD. But I have to say Cesaro is probably the bigger threat in this matchup, just, you know, thinking in terms of power. But you think in terms of, you know, accomplishments in the WWE to this point, I'd have to say Daniel Bryan could possibly, well, and think about it, if you're thinking in terms of accomplishments, RVD could be the biggest threat. He is, of course, the veteran in this matchup. But then we've got Daniel Bryan, who is possibly, you know, at this point in time, the best superstar in the ring out of these three. I mean, Daniel Bryan's been on a bit of a roll as of late, of course, with the victory over Chris Jericho at No Way Out, turning around his losing streak that he had going. And you'd have to think no one at this point would be more aggressive than Daniel Bryan. I mean, Daniel Bryan wants to challenge Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, if that shows anything about the aggressiveness of this man, Daniel Bryan, I don't know. But who is the biggest threat in this matchup does not really matter, I guess, at this point. I mean, you could try to work together, find an ally, but in the end, it's every man for himself. So, really, you're just trying to go into this matchup to get some sort of a victory and just damage your opponents. So whether that is by yourself or with, in the form of double team moves, as we're seeing right here, this nice double suplex right there to Cesaro, as RVD and Daniel Bryan take him down. But now, as we can see, RVD has Bryan by the arm, and now RVD and Cesaro working together. And no, Bryan counters. But we have actually seen between RVD and Cesaro, you know, we got to remember all the way back to King of the Ring, when RVD gave up his King of the Ring spot to Cesaro, claiming that he saw something in this young man. So, there's a bit of an alliance between Cesaro and RVD. You know, RVD almost acting in a way as a form of a mentor to Antonio Cesaro, is what we've seen in recent weeks. Maybe even backstage. Look at this rolling senton by RVD. Takes down Cesaro, hooks the leg, 2 count, and no, Cesaro kicks out there, very close call, as there's a big drop kick by RVD, and Daniel Bryan glitched out. That sucks, but look at this, Cesaro, Michinoku driver takes down Rob Van Dam, and now Cesaro, he's got the opening, Daniel Bryan's glitching out here, so this is the perfect opening, uppercut to RVD from Cesaro, nearly beheaded him there, that's gotta do it, 2 count. It's over with Daniel Bryan glitching out, unable to break up the pinfall. Cesaro gets the win over Rob Van Dam and Daniel Bryan here tonight. So this is a big momentum builder for Cesaro. Like I said, should Jack Swagger potentially win the United States Championship, could you say Cesaro's the #1 contender? And even not, even if Roman Reigns wins the matchup here tonight, potentially looking at a matchup following Survivor Series on an episode of Raw or maybe TLC, you know, Cesaro could be in that #1 contender's spot now that he has gotten the victory here tonight in this triple threat matchup against 2 credible opponents in RVD and Daniel Bryan. But a big victory there for Cesaro over very game competition here tonight against RVD and Daniel Bryan. So that's a big victory there for Cesaro. Let's go ahead and move on into the next matchup on Mega Main Event. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, the Primetime Players. And Titus, Darren, I as well as the rest of the WWE Universe would like to know, what are your thoughts heading into your title matchup against the Wyatt family at Survivor Series? We've been working to get to this spot for a long time now, and it's about time that the Primetime Players got their opportunity at Tag Team Gold. We're not going to underestimate the Wyatt family like those punks Tons of Funk did. So Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, you'd better be holding onto those titles real tight, because come Survivor Series, we'll be more than glad to take them off your hands. The big man's right. We've been ready for this opportunity for a long time now. We will become Tag Team Champions this Sunday at Survivor Series. We're not underestimating the Wyatt family at all, but they should not underestimate the Primetime Players, because the Primetime Players are out to win championship gold, so good luck to anyone who thinks they can stop us, because it's our time to win the championships and get that millions of dollars. Alright, so let's move on to the next matchup on Mega Main Event, and that is this matchup, this Divas matchup between Natalya and Summer Rae. Now, we do know that Natalya is the former Divas champion, but last episode of Monday Night Raw, we did see that it was supposed to be a triple threat matchup between Lita, Oksana, and Summer Rae. However, Oksana and Summer Rae had other ideas, and they seemed to want to turn it into more of a handicap matchup, is what it's basically had become. And Oksana and Summer Rae basically just assaulted Lita, double-teamed her, and Summer Rae ended up picking up the victory after a vicious kick to the face of Lita. And then after the match was over, they were celebrating. Who knows, they could have potentially aimed to do more damage to Lita, but before that could happen, Natalya came down to the ring and attacked Summer Rae and Oksana, took them out, and that has led to this matchup here tonight. It is Natalya versus Summer Rae, and also, we've got Survivor Series coming up, so we're going to have a Divas Survivor Series elimination tag team matchup of sorts. On the Survivor Series pre-show, it is... Wait a minute, what the hell is this? Oh no, this is not good for Summer Rae. She does not want to be here. Trying to reason with them. Trying to reason with Natalya and Lita, but Lita back for some revenge after what happened on Monday Night Raw. And so Natalya is going to look to capitalize off of that. But as I was saying, we've got the Survivor Series pre-show before the Survivor Series pay-per-view. So we're going to be having a Divas Survivor Series-ish elimination tag team matchup. It is going to be the team of Lita and Natalya taking on Summer Rae and Oksana in an elimination tag team matchup. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a regular tag team matchup, but we just basically threw the elimination stipulation to it. And since it's Survivor Series, it's a Survivor Series tag team matchup. We're gonna go with that. So Oksana and Summer Rae will be taking on Natalya and Lita at the Survivor Series pay-per-view pre-show. So that makes our second Divas matchup of the evening, which follows suit to what went down at the No Way Out pay-per-view, where it was the mixed tag team matchup and then the Divas Championship matchup. So, well, I guess AJ and Natalya have kind of swapped places now. But anyway, let's focus on this matchup here because this is going to be key in building momentum into that tag team matchup, as it's Summer Rae taking on Natalya here, and the winner will build some momentum for their respective teams. Of course, we saw Lita come out a little bit earlier and attack Summer Rae, so a victory here for Natalya would definitely swing the momentum in favor of, I guess you could say, they're the veteran Divas, because we've got Lita, who returned not too long ago, and then we've got Natalya here, who's been in the WWE for quite a while. She's definitely a veteran in the Divas locker room, and then we've got, the up-and-comers in Oksana and Summer Rae. So it's a bit of a diva, or not diva, it's a almost, I don't want to say rookie, because they're not really rookies, but I guess you could say it's the rookie versus veteran matchup. But anyway, look at this roll up by Natalya and a kick out by Summer Rae. I mean, Summer Rae's a rookie. She hasn't been here all that long. But Oksana, Oksana's still a bit of a rookie too. Not quite sure how long she's been in the WWE. Did she debut with Cesaro? She might have, and that was a while back. But the point is she's, well, actually, they weren't added into the game until WWE 2K14, so they're both rookies. So it is the rookies versus the veterans matchup, as we can see off the discus clothesline. Oh, close call there. Summer Rae managed to kick out, managed to survive and continue in this matchup. And look at that chop block right there from Natalya, maybe trying to set her up for the sharpshooter, but nope. Summer Rae back up to her feet, connects with that forearm smash right to the face, and now just slamming Natalya face first into the mat. But Natalya now back up to her feet here. What's she looking to go for here? She's got her in the headlock, but a counter. And now elbow drop right to the back there of Natalya. But now Natalya once again got the abdominal stretch locked in, just really trying to, wear Summer Rae out, set her up for that sharpshooter submission hold. And if you can definitely work on the torso, that's definitely going to soften them up for the sharpshooter. We did see she went for the legs earlier on. So Summer Rae really, or I should say Natalya really looking to set up that sharpshooter. Oh, there's a counter by Natalya. Able to counter whatever Summer Rae was going for there, but now Summer Rae, count of her own. As we know, Summer Rae's got that leg submission hold, so she'd be looking to try and soften up the legs of Natalya as well. See if she can manage to do that in this matchup. As you can see now, elbow right to the face. Natalya now back up to her feet. And a big running clothesline taking down Summer Rae. And Natalya, she's got her in the center of the ring, hooks the leg. 2 count. 3. No, that was a very close call there. Summer Rae just managed to survive that one. And now Natalya, there's an Irish whip. She's going to pull her back. Counter by Summer into a jawbreaker there. And Summer Rae now, if she could just go for the leg. Oh no, wait a minute. She's looking to go for that finisher, looking to kick Natalya in the face here, just like she did with Lita. That's what she's going for. Big kick to the face of Natalya. That could do it. That was the kick that knocked out Lita last night. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3. No, whoa, no. Natalya manages to kick out there. As, that was the kick that beat Lita last night. But then again, Lita took a bit more punishment than Natalya has in this matchup. Natalya's still fairly fresh, other than that kick to the face now. That's going to take some damage out of her. And, oh, now one to the back of the head. That one could have just knocked Natalya for a loop there. Summer Rae, she could be looking to capitalize here. But no, Natalya makes it back up to her feet here. Summer Rae now, there's an Irish whip sending Natalya over there into the corner. Big clothesline, taking down Natalya. Of course, she is a second-generation diva, or is she third-generation? No, she's the daughter of Jimmy the Anvil Neidhart. And we're seeing some of that power showcased right here. This is probably my favorite move in her moveset. Look at this. She's got Summer Rae for that stalling suplex there. Just the blood rushing to the head of Summer Rae. Just, you know, just add some extra damage to that suplex. Now looking at Natalya. Discus clothesline once again. Taking down Summer Rae. And that one could be the deciding factor here. 1, 2, 3. Natalya has defeated Summer Rae here. So that's definitely going to swing the momentum in favor of Lita and Natalya. Team veterans, I guess if you want to call them that. But, so yeah, with that victory there by Natalya, I mean, it was a good showing by Summer Rae. That kick to the face, thought that might have had Natalya there. But no, Natalya still had some left in the tank, was able to kick out of that kick. And then this big suplex would set up the discus clothesline, which in the end was enough to put Summer Rae away. And that means that the momentum will be in favor of Lita and Natalya heading into that elimination tag team matchup on the Survivor Series pre-show. And now, wait a minute, look at this Oksana looking to get the jump on Natalya, and she attacks her from behind here. And now Oksana just attacking Natalya here. Come on, someone's got to stop this. Oksana getting some payback on Natalya from the attack on Monday Night Raw. But I guess ultimately, Oksana and Summer Rae get the last laugh here tonight. Natalya may have gotten the victory, but, you know, Oksana and Summer Rae got the last word in on that. But now it is time for Mega Main Event's main event. It is for the United States Championship, Jack Swagger versus Roman Reigns. Now, wait a minute, what the hell? Roman Reigns attacking Jack Swagger before the match even begins. I mean, this is for the United States Championship, but the matchup has not even begun yet. Neither of these superstars are in the ring, so the match has not started yet. There is no countouts, no disqualifications at this point in time. They've got to get in the ring for this matchup to begin. And now look at this, Jack Swagger with a German suplex out there onto the floor there. At the base of that ramp, there isn't really any padding there, so that one's gonna, Roman Reigns is gonna be feeling that one throughout the entirety of this matchup here. But yeah, this is for the United States Championship, Jack Swagger versus Roman Reigns. Jack Swagger cashing in his rematch clause. If we do remember, it was Jack Swagger who was the United States Champion from Extreme Rules all the way to No Way Out. He had started off every pay-per-view, kicked off every pay-per-view in some way, shape, or form, in some sort of matchup. But that tradition could come to an end if Roman Reigns can defeat Jack Swagger here tonight. Big Samoan drop. But if Roman Reigns can defeat Jack Swagger here tonight, then that tradition will come to an end. It's now Roman Reigns sent over those steel steps there. But, yeah, as I was saying, if Roman Reigns gets the win, that means the United States Championship will not be defended on the Survivor Series pay-per-view. And that also means that Jack Swagger most likely will not be kicking off the pay-per-view as he has every single month up to this point. As we can see, Roman Reigns just delivering the punches right to the face. Look at the aggressiveness. Roman Reigns just delivered about 5 or 6 punches there to the face of Jack Swagger. Follows it up with a knee there. But, of course, there's going to be some personal animosity between these two superstars. If we do remember, it was a fatal 4-way at No Way Out where Roman Reigns won the title. Swagger was not even pinned to lose the championship, so Swagger has to be especially frustrated about that, as we see he takes him down with a nice gut-wrench suplex there. Yeah, but Swagger was not pinned. He did not tap out. Roman Reigns actually speared Kofi Kingston and then got the pin on Kofi, which is how Roman Reigns captured the United States Championship. And now it's Swagger dishing out some punches there. I mean, of course, if you got to take some, you got to be prepared. If you can dish some out, you got to be prepared to take some. And now this snap suplex there onto the back, or onto the outside. Working on the back of Roman Reigns here. First the gut-wrench suplex, and then the, oh, now just sending Swagger crashing into those steel steps. Roman Reigns maybe to look on, or maybe looking to work on the knee. That's usually what Jack Swagger does, so, anyway. Jack Swagger now has Roman Reigns in the headlock here. Going to send him over there, back into the ring. Can we finally get this matchup underway? We got to get both superstars in the ring for this matchup to officially begin. And Roman Reigns is in the ring, but he rolls outside of the ring, so the matchup still has not yet started. Swagger now going to go back out after Roman Reigns, as Reigns now sends pulls him back. My mistake. And a big clothesline there by Jack Swagger. Nearly decapitated Roman Reigns there. Swagger, if he can get Reigns into the ring and go for a cover or something, but no, Reigns actually managed to counter that one. Reigns, all he's got to do is get into the ring to start this matchup, but Roman Reigns seems to have other ideas. Swagger now back on the outside. Look at this. Roman Reigns now out here at the announce table. And he just uncovered it there. But there's a big German suplex by Jack Swagger as Roman Reigns is going for that jumping clothesline. Swagger now he's got Reigns into the ring, but once again Reigns rolls outside of the ring, but he was just in there in time. Referee was able to start the matchup, get this thing underway. Big clothesline there by Roman Reigns. Now the referee, the match has officially begun, so he can finally start the countouts as there's another devastating clothesline by Jack Swagger. And now he counters again into that belly to back throw, taking Roman Reigns down. As that's now a 4 count, as these two have got to remember the matchup is underway now, so they can get counted out. Although earlier, when they were outside of the ring, they couldn't get counted out because the match had not begun. So they gotta have that, gotta have the wherewithal to realize that there is a count. The match has officially begun, and now both superstars are definitely in the ring. So this matchup can officially get underway here. And Jack Swagger, oh, big clothesline there, out of the corner onto Roman Reigns. There's a cover, but Reigns gets the rope break there. So Swagger's gonna have to do a little bit more than that. As Swagger now sends Roman Reigns over the top rope, and Roman Reigns hops off the apron there. But oh, just stomping right on the hand of Roman Reigns there does Jack Swagger. Now there's a big punch to the face by Roman Reigns. Very aggressive here. Very aggressive start to this matchup. As now Reigns, look at this, sending Swagger over there into the corner, into those steel steps. And now look at this, electric chair to the outside, to the floor there by Roman Reigns. And Reigns going to the top rope, elbow drop. Nope. Jack Swagger was able to roll out of the way. That's why they call that high-risk offense. Roman Reigns is going to have to pay for that one. As now Swagger going to work here, single leg Boston Crab. But he actually broke that one up fairly quickly, so he's got to get back into the ring now. Realize the count. This is now a 7 count. But now Swagger goes out to break up the count. As Reigns now pulls him back, headbutt. Right into a headbutt there. As now Roman Reigns has Swagger. Nope, countered by Swagger. Now Swagger, big clothesline once again, connecting right with the face of Roman Reigns, taking him down. And now Reigns with a big Superman punch right to the side of the face of Jack Swagger. And now Reigns, what's he looking to do? Oh, he's going to take him down here with that face buster. And our announce table collapsed. Someone's probably fixed that. We got a faulty announce table here. It just randomly fell over at the same time that Roman Reigns hit the face buster. That's convenient, I guess. It was poorly put together. But wait a minute, Roman Reigns, what's he setting up here? He's got evil look in his eye, speared through the barricade. Oh my God, Roman Reigns just speared Jack Swagger through that barricade. This has been aggressive since the beginning, folks. The attack before the match even began, and now the spear through the barricade. Our announce table randomly collapsing for no reason. Roman Reigns now beating his chest. He could win this by countout. I mean, Roman Reigns, this is that champion's advantage. He could win by countout or disqualification, but Swagger getting back into the ring, showing his fighting spirit. And now Roman Reigns going for that powerbomb. Swagger counters into a DDT. This could be the opening that Jack Swagger needs. Swagger now. Oh, nope. Was going for that running chop block, but Roman Reigns was able to sidestep out of the way. And now Reigns going back for that powerbomb. This time he connects, taking Swagger down. And now just kicking away at Jack Swagger. And what the hell? What the hell? That's Stone Cold's music. Stone Cold Steve Austin, his music is just hit here, folks. Stone Cold, he's coming out to the matchup. No, I don't think he is. I think it was just meant to distract Roman Reigns, and it worked. Gut-wrench powerbomb by Jack Swagger. That could do it. Jack Swagger, all he's got to do is cover Roman Reigns, and he's got the win. He will win back his United States Championship. 1, 2. No, Roman Reigns kicks out. Roman Reigns is still alive in this matchup, but that gut-wrench powerbomb is definitely going to take a lot out of Roman Reigns. Thanks to that distraction by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Big face buster now by Jack Swagger. That could do it. All he has to do is go for a cover. I think he might have him now. Jack Swagger just dragging Reigns away from the ropes, but that could give Reigns time to recover, and he does. He kicks out at 1. We know there's a little bit of mind games there by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and now looking to cost Reigns the championship. There's a roll by Swagger, stacked up, got him. Jack Swagger has defeated Roman Reigns, and he is your new United States champion. Jack Swagger went through hell and high water, but he got the job done. Very aggressive, all-out fight there between those two superstars, but I'd have to say the distraction there by Stone Cold definitely helped give Jack Swagger the opening to take advantage, as we saw when he hit that gut-wrench powerbomb. Unfortunately for Swagger, Reigns had the wherewithal to kick out of that one, As we can see right here, here was the gut wrench power, and we thought that was going to be it for Reigns. But Reigns managed to kick out of that one at 2. And then, of course, Swagger ended up getting the roll-up over there in the corner. And that was a very hard-fought battle between these two superstars. Both superstars gave it their all, but ultimately Jack Swagger has regained the United States Championship. And oh, wait a minute. The Shield have got something to say about this. Lead pipe right to the back of Jack Swagger. And now Seth Rollins just jabbing that United States Championship, just trying to deface it perhaps. But the Shield getting the last laugh here tonight. But you know what this means. Jack Swagger has won the U.S. title, which means the tradition will continue for another pay-per-view. That's right. We're going to have a United States Championship matchup, and it is going to kick off the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I hope you're excited. I don't know who's going to challenge Jack Swagger yet for the U.S. title, but I can assure you there will be a United States Championship matchup of sorts. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode Mega Main Events. I hope it was just as mega as you were hoping it would be. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. And, as always, keep on YouTubing.